Hey guys, welcome back to IED Race Channel. So we have the Mazda RX7 convertible here, and one of the things that we want to be able to do is be more efficient at Raceweek events. Some ways that we can do that is being faster on the changeover, and that's basically going from street setup to drag setup. I feel like that's where we're really losing and sacrificing a lot of our time at the tracks, and when you get there and when you leave. So you want to be able to be as efficient as possible. Last year we actually had a little trailer that we made, and then we towed that with all of our stuff in it, which wasn't bad, but it's actually really hard on the car itself. The clutch, the drivetrain, a lot of things can be sacrificed there in just making that easier. But then also the speed, the time that it takes you to get to the track. When you're trailering something behind a car, you can't go as fast. So we're trying to be able to streamline what we're doing. And in doing that, we did some changes to the car to be able to make it so that we can have the changeover faster, making the exhaust stationary in the car and then just a removable downpipe on the full exhaust system for the street setup, so that we can just do an easy exit on the exhaust itself off the side for the drag racing portion. And then also doing a removable mechanical fuel pump for the front with a union fitting. So we just added a couple more fittings there to just basically be able to splice in and take out the mechanical fuel pump. So a couple other features. Why don't you guys come over here and check this out. So we also modified a roof rack to be able to be mounted on the top of the roll cage, and that's going to be able to hold our tires. We'll probably also have a little tent up here, and then our storage compartments. We have a cooler. Some stuff in the back is also going to be able to be used for storage. In the trunk, we have a full open trunk that we have available for the car. Be able to actually store some things in there, just minor stuff, probably like clothes, luggage, things of that nature. On the back, this is actually a multi-purpose trailer hitch. So with this hitch, we're also going to use this for our parachute as well. And then it's going to be able to store our fuel, a couple other things for like storage compartments, tools, things like that, and then our changeover. So in today's video, what we're going to try to accomplish is, previously before, our changeovers took anywhere between 2 to 2.5 hours. That's a lot of time when you get to the track and when you leave the track. I mean, 4 hours and just basically swapping the car from street step to drag, and then from drag back over to street. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to cut that in half. We want to be able to get this done within an hour. So we're going to set up a time lapse on how it's set up now. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more efficient. And then what we're going to do is time it on a stopwatch and see how long it actually takes us to go from full street. That's what this is right now. This is how it would be set up when we get to the track, is what this car looks like right now, to being able to actually make a pass. So we'll try and see if we can get this down below an hour. That would be optimal. A little over an hour, okay, but under an hour, and we are having huge improvements to be able to really save some time and energy at the track. So, all right, Briston, I'm gonna need your help. I need you to hit the go button on the start, on the timer, and then we can get after this guy. Ready, set, go. All right. And T-minus 1 hour, hopefully this guy's gonna be swapped over. Whew, boy, that was fast. I will say that that is a record for us to be able to do a changeover on the car for what we've changed. So let's first, before I tell you and show you what time that we got, let's just go over what we had to do. So let's go through here. So we swapped out to the side exit exhaust, so that is completed. The the full length exhaust is still down there. It's just supported. It's actually anchored to the chassis. So that'll stay on during a pass. We won't be taking that off. When we come over here, and this one might be a little bit tough to see, but this guy right here, so this is our mechanical pump that's down here, that's belt driven. So we take this unit on and off each time, and we're able to bleed back feed the lines back to the return and the feed lines right off the pressure regulator, and then off of the very bottom hose fitting that goes and feeds the actual mechanical pump itself. So we basically back pressure the entire system so it blows out all the fuel, so we don't have regular just unleaded or leaded fuel in the fuel system, and then we can have our race fuel, our Ignite E90 or E85, Ignite Red, all through the system so that there's no variance on each pass. Our fuel is consistent ethanol content every time, so we don't have to worry or be concerned on that. As long as it's 85% or higher, we're good to go to make a pass, and we can check that right through the ECU. Other than that, inside we cleaned out, we took off the roof rack. We also took off the tailgate hitch assembly, and then it actually converts to our parachute. So then our parachute, we have our cable, it hooks right into the actual hitch mount right here in the bottom. So that's good to go there. We swapped out our main primary tank to our race fuel cell. So then we just basically convert the lines. We basically pull them from the bottom to the top, and then our actual return line is right underneath this tank, and then we just have caps that just cap off that tank. Then we just put it right to the top, fill it, and we're good to go. So that, in a nutshell, is everything that this car takes to be able to convert it now into race mode. Oh yeah, and the rims. Obviously, we had to swap out the rims and tires. That, in my opinion, probably took the longest out of everything. But to give you guys an idea, before we were anywhere between, hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes, 2.5 hours, depending on if it's nighttime, low light, things like that. And you run into those situations on race week. So if you can get any time back in your day to sleep, that's huge. So what we did there, and I was really wanting to strive for under an hour, we did 59 minutes and 19 seconds. Unreal for what we got on that guy. So super happy with how that turned out. We'll go ahead and we'll just start the car up, make sure everything's good to go. Let me just open up the garage. I haven't started it yet. So with the race setup, we might have to prime the fuel. We'll see. If you want to just stand up here, we'll get her going. We'll see how this guy goes. I did prime the fuel, so I know we got fuel. We'll just see if it starts up. So hopefully we're good. Oh, she's gonna fire. Alright guys, well that concludes this video. I know that this one's a little bit shorter than the last one. I'm going to try to break these down into, 10, maybe 15-minute videos. Hopefully that is like the sweet spot, keeps everybody's attention. I know we went over a lot really fast as to what we're going to try to strive for to do better on our race week events. Sick Week's coming up in February. That's going to be where it's a true testament as to if this actually works out in our favor or not. Hopefully this really shows how well it does when we hit up, 4 different tracks in February at the Florida Sick Week. I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Don't forget, you got to like, subscribe if you want these notifications to see where we go from here. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.